Hi everybody, today we're tuning in from the car and I want to state my commitment of making a daily video every single day for you guys. Today the topic is positive thinking, and yeah, let's get into it. So I think that positive thinking is so important for every single human being, because when you are able to think optimistically, what you're able to achieve pretty much becomes limitless. Because as we all know from our own experience, when we tell ourselves that we can't do something or there's no point, then we pretty much end up not trying. And when you don't try, you literally just don't even have a shot at trying to do whatever you want to do. And most things in life that's going to be meaningful, it's going to be challenging, and it's actually expected on a certain level that you're going to have those negative thoughts, because usually when you really push yourself, yeah, you're gonna have some negative thoughts because you've never been where you're going, or maybe it's been a really long time that you've tried that thing, and so you're gonna have some rust that you need to take off of yourself. So the first thing you have to do in order to establish positive thinking is that recognize that it's normal to even have negative thinking, and you don't have to beat yourself up or judge yourself for having negative thinking. And also another sort of perspective on top of that is to recognize that you are not your thoughts, right? So when you're able to have that perspective of you are not your thoughts, then at that point you can start to observe your thoughts and recognize your thoughts, but without sort of feeding into this idea that you are the voice that is saying you are not good enough, you cannot do this, right? And so, okay, now you've brought the awareness of these are the negative thoughts that I'm having. You've also brought a level of acceptance to it. Well, now it's about, what kind of thoughts would actually serve me? And so, you just want to tell yourself basically what you would tell a best friend in that exact situation. So if you saw a best friend who, for example, wanted to start posting videos online, but they're really scared, no one's going to watch my videos. Maybe they're thinking to themselves, whatever, there's too many creators online, it's oversaturated, whatever. Like, you're probably going to tell that person, like, hey, with each video that you post, you're going to get a little bit better. I'll make sure to follow you. I'll make sure to support you. And at the end of the day, if this is something that you really see yourself doing long term, you just enjoy the process. Make the video, but don't put too much pressure on yourself. Just enjoy the process, and slowly but surely you're going to get better, right? So as you saw, the positive thinking wasn't just I can do it. It was speaking to yourself kind of, I guess, as if you're your own best friend, right? You give them support, like real support, like, come on, you can do this. And for yourself, for example, if you were scared of posting a video, you could just tell yourself, okay, this is gonna be kind of scary to post my videos, but I'm gonna make sure to have fun. And maybe even you could even start posting videos on a private account just to build the momentum. And then this is actually a true story for me. When I first started posting on my Instagram account that I have now, I was actually pretty scared to start posting consistently, which is what I wanted to do. So what I ended up doing was I started the account private, and I think the first couple days nobody followed me, and then after maybe a few days, I ended up telling a few of my friends, about 4 or 5 of them, so then they started following me, but the account was still private. But I kept posting every single day. And so I just made it my goal to post every single day. And then after about a month, then I made my account public. And it just sort of happened naturally. After about a month, I had somebody who was also a content creator, and I was asking them if maybe they could review my content. So then I basically made my account go public at that point. And then from there, it just slowly but surely people started trickling in and started following me, but it was like really slow and progressive. And so because I was sort of really gentle with myself and sort of building myself up really slowly, it allowed me to build momentum. And with that momentum, you start to build that natural positive thinking that we're talking about, right? Because positive thinking starts to cultivate, obviously, the more you practice it, but then the actions that you do will then basically reinforce the positive self-talk. Because when you follow through with what you want to do, even though you're scared, then those negative thoughts start to have less and less power over you, because it's like they're losing their power because you're not listening to them. If your thoughts are telling you you can't, but yet you still do it, and then you tell yourself you can do it, and then you know your thoughts start aligning with your actions, and then eventually those old limiting beliefs just slowly but surely start losing power, and then the positive uplifting beliefs start to gain momentum, and that starts to actually become the voice that becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. And I don't think there's a point where the negative voice will completely go away, because the only way we're going to continue to grow and progress is by actually putting ourselves in the uncomfortable. And again, the negative thoughts are usually going to come up when you put yourself in these uncomfortable situations, which is normal again. So that's pretty much my little TED talk on how to start to develop your positive thinking. So key takeaways is talk to yourself like you would your best friend. You know, whatever it is that you're scared of doing, just take the smallest baby steps you can possibly take, and then do that consistently, and then just consistently sort of do that. And you know, and again, don't beat yourself up when the negative thoughts come up, because that's normal. Everybody goes through it. It doesn't matter how successful somebody is in their present day, no matter how much success they have, people are gonna have fears and people are gonna have negative thoughts. It's just a part of being a human being. So yeah, guys, I hope that you're able to find some value in this video. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to comment if you have any ideas for future videos, anything related to personal growth, self-love, confidence. You know, put down the topic that you'd like for me to expand on, and I'll make some videos on that. Make sure to subscribe and share the video with someone else if you found it helpful for yourself. And I'll see you tomorrow, because I'm posting videos like this every single day. All right, peace.